We back to the N.y.a show as I cover a story paying our respects to a beloved preacher who lost his life not too long ago. This story is by Marcus Solis. Friday, August 4th, 2023. Loved ones, community gathered to say goodbye to beloved pastor Reverend Tommy Jackson. This is coming out of Stamford, Connecticut. Friends and families gathered Friday for a funeral of beloved pastor from Stamford who lost his life after he was hit by a police car outside of his house. An overflow crowd packed the United Baptist Church as mourners from all faiths and walk of life, all faiths, all walks of life. Paying respects to Reverend Tommy Jackson, because that's a problem that people got, is that no preacher want to respect everybody. It's like spiritual game banging. This version is what we rocking with. We ain't rock with that other version. You believe that over there, you ain't this, and we ain't rocking with you. So here's somebody that came together who said that, I'm gonna put all, he affected people who weren't even Christians, or at different levels of Christian or different types of Christian. So I want to say rest in peace to Reverend Tommy Jackson. I came across this story, and I want to say put some respect on his life. They had a viewing and a homegoing service for a man described often as someone not only full of life, but larger than life. He fought for a lot of causes, and his voice was very strong in the community, and that would be missed. Jackson was the pastor of Rebotha Fellowship Church, and before that was at Faith Tabernacle for nearly 3 decades. So he was putting it down Sunday after Sunday throughout the weeks. You know how I go throughout the weeks. If you want to talk to someone that's going to help you, he's the person to talk to, no matter what. That was from parishioner Gloria DePina, but he was also the assistant director of Stanford's Urban Renewal Commission and a fixture in Democratic political circles. So he was also a man that got around politically. You got to be able to back yourself politically, and he was playing the game. Connecticut's governor said Jackson's motivation was simple: justice. Be it at the pulpit or the podium, he was about justice, which you can see from the outpouring which he meant to his community. That's Governor Ned Lamont said. And shout out to that, because how many people pass and get a shout out from the governor, whether you good, no matter how good you are, people don't usually get a shout out from the governor. So I want to say respect on this man's life and everything that he did as a pastor in the community. He was pleasant. The 68-year-old was he lost his life last week near the mailbox in front of his home on Wire Mill Road when he was struck by a Stamford police car. The officer involved responding to a call, and the fatal crash remains under investigation. It'd only be nature to wonder how this could happen. I don't want to speculate. So they say the lights were on. I hope the sirens were on, said parishioner Braun West. That officer remains on administrative leave. The state police investigation continues. You guys let me know what you think about this story. As I said before, the life was taken of Reverend Tommy Jackson by an officer speeding to get to whatever he was trying to get to, another alert. And here calls a need for more police, more alert, because here we are with a pastor 30 plus years in the game that lost his life. I want to put some respect on his name. Everybody drop your hearts and your doves down in the comments for Reverend Tommy Jackson. Lost his life not too long ago. Funeral has happened. They paid their respects to a man who was a preacher in the community and unfortunately lost his life. Or this could be a hit. He was involved with politics, Democratic Party. Here we are. Hear me out now. Democratic Party, and here's a pastor, man of God, who was hit by a police officer speeding somewhere. And obviously they knew the community, at least I would think they knew the community, because the governor even knew who this man was. So maybe he knew some things, and then ultimately, I don't want to speculate around somebody's death, so let me just stop. But maybe there's a chance that there was more government involvement around, because maybe the information that the Reverend had and his dealings in government, maybe he was over the urban renewal, so maybe his impact was going to go national. You know what I'm saying? Just to throw something else out there. But rest in peace to Reverend Tommy Jackson. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts on the story. It's the N.y.a show, and I appreciate you guys. Again, rest in peace to the Reverend.